Hey Hip Chicks, Happy New Year. It's been a crazy holiday season, but the new year is here. And for me, a new year means new DIY projects. And we start to put away all of the decorations. It's cold out, it's dark, and you can start to feel a little depressed in January and February because things are a little bleak. So for me, doing a house project elevates my mood, makes me feel better. It gets my butt out of bed on a weekend to get something done around my house. So I hope that you can think of that in the same idea. Now, I'm sure between having house guests and decorating and undecorating, you've been looking at those spots in your house that need attention. The spackle repairs, the paint touch-ups, maybe you have broken hinges or doors. I'm telling you, you have them, and I know that they bother you as much as they bother me. This is my job jar. This was something I did as a kid. My parents were the ones that taught me to DIY. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. We lived paycheck to paycheck very often, but we DIY'd because that was how we could save money and get things done around the house. So Dad created the job jar where he would write down the projects that he knew needed to get done around the house. And then on a Saturday morning, he would pick a couple tags from the job jar and decide what we were going to get done that weekend. But I want to put a few twists on this. It was a fun thing, but what you need to assess before you dive into your job jar is, what is the time the project's going to take? Do I have the right tools? Do I have the right skills? And do I have the money for the materials that I need? Now, if you want to do the job jar, you could color code it. You could put the big projects you want to get done on one color and the smaller things on the other. Because the big ones, maybe you want to break down into doing once a quarter instead of just on a whim on a weekend. Now, how do we go about tackling that job that we pull from the job jar? Now, I pulled on one already. These are actual projects that I need to do in my house. I walked around this afternoon and I wrote out my papers. So this one that I pulled is to spackle my hallway. So this is unscripted here. Now, I have a hole in my hallway that is probably about 2 inches across. It was from a door that got jammed into it. Now, how do I go about it? How much time am I going to need for that? Well, spackling requires a little bit of time over several days. So it might take you 15 or 20 minutes, 3 days in a row, because you need time for drying in between. So do I have that half hour today to gather all my materials and make the repair and then come back tomorrow? Now the next up is the tools. Now I know I have the tools to do a spackle repair. I need spackle or joint compound. I have good spackle blades. I know that. I know that I have other mesh and repair kits if I need to make a bigger repair. Then the next thing would be the sandpaper. Do I have that? Do I have primer? And do I have the top coat of paint? Now, what about the skills? Yes, I have the skills to spackle. And if you want to learn more on how to do that, stick around because I'm actually doing a live class in the Philadelphia area in the next couple weeks. And it's a big DIY day. It's a full skills day, and I'll tell you more. The next thing for you to decide is, how am I going to make my list? Job jars are great. So this is a quick, easy way to get started. But I've also created a document that you can use to walk around your house and write down the projects, and then you can code them as to whether or not they are a safety issue that needs more immediate attention. Are they something that affects your home value? Or is it just an aesthetic repair that you want to get done, like the spackling of this hole in the wall? Okay, it doesn't affect the major home value. My house isn't going to fall down. It's not a safety thing, but it just looks bad. Now, if you would like to have this document that I created, email me. I literally want you to email me. Here's the link above. Email me and say, help. And I will send you the DIY to-do list that I created. Then you can literally walk around your house and write room by room, what are the things you want to get done. I would love for you to subscribe. So you can subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. And you can also then subscribe to my newsletter. And we can stay in touch. But let me tell you about DIY Day. On January 21st, I am hosting a live event. This is the first time I have done this level of class ever as a one-day event. I have been teaching this type of class at local community colleges and libraries for almost 10 years. But this is the first full DIY skills day that I have created. So January 21st in the Philadelphia suburbs in Willow Grove, PA, it'll be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It includes a skills day. You bring your own drill, and we're going to be practicing drill skills. I will teach you light plumbing, light electric. We will patch holes in drywall. We will do weatherization, and we will learn how to caulk. So it is really a fun day. It'll include a light lunch and some swag. Don't miss this. This is open to ladies and men. And if you would like more about it, click the link above and check in the comments and description on the video. And there is a link in there to sign up. It is limited seating. So if you want to come to DIY Day, make sure you sign up soon.